Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back, students. So our today's topic is regular and diffuse reflection. In the previous lecture we studied about what the reflection is, what are the laws. Now we will study about regular and diffused reflection. So imagine that parallel lines are incident on an irregular surface. Okay, now what we have to imagine that the parallel lines, they are incident, they are falling on an irregular surface, a surface that is not regular. Okay, remember that the laws of reflection are valid at each point of the surface. Okay, the rays, they are falling at the surfaces, but we have to remember that the law will be applicable in all those surfaces. Use these laws to construct the reflected rays at different points. So what we will do, the parallel lines that were these incident on the irregular surfaces, they will be these are the incident lines, and these will be the reflecting lines according to the points of contact at the point that they are falling on the surface. Use these lines, okay, are they parallel to one another? Now we have to see, are these lines parallel to each other? Okay, see in the figure 12.7 you can see these are not parallel, right? They are making us different angles with each other, but they are not parallel. Nearly everything you see around is seen due to reflected light. So whatever we are seeing with our eyes, that is mainly because of the reflected light that is passing after that. Moon, for example, receives light from the sun and reflects it. Many of you obviously know it, that moon does not have a light of its own. It reflects the sun's light. Okay, it receives the light from the sun and then it reflects it, and we just see that we assume that moon is luminous, but it's not. That's how we see the moon. The objects which shine in the light of others are known as illuminated objects, okay, or non-luminous objects. Can you name some other objects of such kind which don't have a light of their own, but they emit the light or take the light and then reflect that? When all the parallel rays reflected from a plane surface are not parallel, that means these lines, okay, these rays, they are falling parallelly on a surface, but they are not reflecting parallelly, right? They are incident parallelly, but they are not reflected parallelly. So that type of reflection is known as diffuse reflection, or that can also be termed as irregular reflection. Okay, remember that the diffuse reflection is not due to the failure of law. It is not the failure of the law. The law is the same, but it is caused by the irregularities in the reflecting surface. Okay, if my surface in which there is going to be the reflection, or there is going to be rays incident, if that is not regular, so there will be this reflection will be there, but that will be a diffuse or irregular reflection, like that of a cardboard and other things. On the other hand, reflection from a smooth or a polished surface, like that of a mirror, that will be a regular reflection. And images, they are formed by regular reflection. Okay, if you could see here and here difference, this is the smooth surface. The rays that are incident, they are parallel as in this case, but the rays that are reflecting, they are also parallel because of this reflecting surface. Okay, there are other objects which give their own light, such as sun, fire, flame, candle. These lights follow our eyes, and we have just remember this thing, the objects which emit their own light, they are known as luminous objects, which have their own light and which emit that. Okay, now comes here, reflecting light can be reflected again. Recall the last time you visited a hairdresser. Okay, we go like this. She or he makes you sit in front of a mirror. Then after your haircut is complete, he places a mirror at your back to show you how your hair has been cut, right? So it is the reflecting ray. So can you think, how can you see the hair at the back of your head? This is because of the reflecting, this is a reflected surface first, and then from here this will be another reflecting surface. So it's here like reflecting light is reflecting again. That's how we can get to see the what is there in the back of our head with the help of this mirror. Now, multiple images. You are aware that a plane mirror forms only a single image, right? A plane mirror will form only a single image of an object. But what happens if two plane mirrors in combination are used? Now, what we will do? We will use two plane mirrors. So, it's activity 12.5. Take two plane mirrors, set them at right angles. Like this. Right angles means at 90 degree. If a plane mirror is like this, then the other will be like this. To hang them, you can use adhesive tape. So what are we doing to just hang them? If you want to hang them so that they don't just move, we are using a tape. Now place a coin between the mirrors. this is the coin, I'm placing it here. How many images of coin do you see? Now it's the question how many. Now there won't be a single image, right? Because here are two plane mirrors. They are just joined with each other, right? Now hang the mirror using the adhesive tape at different angles. Now what we are doing? At first we place the mirrors at right angles. Now we are just placing them at different angles like 45, 60. Now place some objects, your candle in between them. Note down the number of images that are formed in 45 degrees, in 60 degrees. Finally set the two mirrors parallel to each other. Find out how many images are forming there. Can you explain? How can you see the back of your head at the hairdresser's shop? Now, the idea of number of images formed by mirrors placed at an angle to one another is known as kaleidoscope, to make numerous beautiful patterns. Okay, this is kaleidoscope. It means to make beautiful patterns and numerous, multiple number of. You can also make a kaleidoscope yourself. Now, that's all for today. We will read how to make it in the next lecture. So, that's it.